Hit that subscribe button. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff today. The markets, obviously, gold, silver, platinum, copper. We're going to talk about crypto, okay? Very important stuff today if you are interested in making money. And we all should be. Nobody can have too much money as long as you know how to use it. If you have all the money in the world but you know how to use it, it's not too much. All right? But it's more likely that you're going to have not enough money than too much. Guys, let's get excited about our wealth, okay? Building wealth. So we're just waiting for a few people to join up. Once we get a few more people in, we'll get started. We'll check out the stocks and see where the best places to go are to make money in today's world. It's all about self-improvement, leveling up. All right, guys? Make money trading stocks. That's what you got to do. You have no excuse of why you are poor. All right? You should be chasing that paper, guys. Buying them stocks. Silver. So easy to make money. I told you guys to buy silver. If you did, you could have made money. That's how easy it is. All right? Why is making money so hard? Why is getting rich so hard for most people? Because you have to have money to make money. And most people don't have any. And they don't believe that they can ever get any. See, most people believe that they live paycheck to paycheck, and they think that that's the way it's always going to be. They even think that maybe it's supposed to be like that, you know? Because their dad or their mom always lived paycheck to paycheck, so that's what they're used to, okay? That's why you need to set an example for your kids and tell your kids it's not okay to live paycheck to paycheck. It's not okay at all right? All right, are you a cop? No. I hope you're not a cop. Definitely not a cop here. On this channel, we really don't like cops very much. All right, we really don't. I've had a lot of bad cops try and get me in trouble over the years for fake stuff like texting while driving and stuff like that. They just make it up. And it's not right how they can get away with it. And then you need a very expensive lawyer. You know, now I could afford a lawyer. But back then I couldn't. So I just had to suck it up and pay the ticket and deal with whatever I had to deal with. These guys are always out for money. So I personally hate cops. And I don't think that will ever change. The kind of people that want to become police officers is not a good personality type. It's not a good human being. So that's the main reason I don't like cops, is because it attracts a very unhealthy personality type. But let's go. Let's get rich, guys. So, sup, Goofy? That's definitely a undercover. I'm not an undercover cop. When something bad happens to you, don't call them. He says they hate you too. Wow. Yeah, the cops hate everybody. They just want your money. That's exactly my point. They hate us. They just view us as a way to keep their job, a way to make money. Never met a good cop. But maybe. So, when something bad happens, Oh, I already read that. Who cares? Don't want to reread the same comments, but it happens. We sometimes reread the same old comments. So, he says, good cops get fired. No, bad ones do. So, police are there to... Oh, I'm not really talking about the police, unless we get a super chat. So, you look like a pedo. Wow, I'm going to delete that one. No, this is how we dressed in the 90s, okay? And the early 2000s. So I never really came out of that era. I still, like, mentally, I still think that I'm in the 2000s. Like, I'm living in 06 right now. Have you ever tried scat? I have no idea what you're talking about, dude. That's sick. That's some sick stuff, I think. I think I heard of that. I think that's sick, dude. You got a sick mind. Who's your favorite rapper, Eminem or Vanilla Ice? I can't decide between the two because they're both my favorite. And I also like Eminem. Oh, wait, you said Eminem. Yeah. I mean, dude, probably Eminem's my favorite. So, scat, yeah. Yeah, that's sick. There's special. There's some people that are into that shit. Yeah. We got to delete that comment, okay? This guy's talking about sick stuff. Okay, we can't be doing, talking about, this is an investment channel. And that reminds me, we've got to check out the markets today. We got to check out what our investments are actually doing, all right? So, he says, hey, crackhead, do you like any newer rappers? My favorite rapper is Juice WRLD. No, I mean, I like old school rappers. Vanilla Ice, Eminem, Tech Nine. But if we're going to get serious about rappers, 3-6 Mafia. Yeah, Tech Nine, 3-6 Mafia. What else? Who else do I like? Lil White. I actually don't like Eminem that much, but I do have his Encore CD. And Vanilla Ice, I've never liked Vanilla Ice, but I'm into the 3-6 Mafia, Lil Wayne, and Lil White. I don't know. I like a lot of rap, but I haven't been listening to rappers lately. Like, I like T-Pain, but he's got a lot of like sad songs about women and stuff, and that's not healthy to listen to. But T-Pain I think he's pretty good. So, Project Pat, lots of kids commenting today. Yeah, it's good. The more comments, the better. But we're dropping viewers like flies. We're down to 9. We're down to 9 viewers. This is terrible, guys. What about Lil Dicky? Yeah, I've seen some of his videos on YouTube, and it's very funny. The one when there was like a doctor and he was getting drugs or something, and who knows, dude. But yeah, Lil Dicky. He's just comedy. That's kind of like stupid rap. He's just like a joker, you know? He's not trying to make serious rap, I don't think. He's just like joking. And he's more of like a comedian. Yeah, he's not a real rapper. He's a comedian. Little Dicky. That's so stupid. He's a comedian. That's the dumbest name I've ever heard. Little Dicky. But who is that one rapper I'm trying to think of? I don't know. K Rhino. K Rhino. I never heard of that. K Rhino. Who is this K Rhino dude?
Get the spelling game together, brother. No, here you go, man. I'm ready.
That seems... Who cares? It's just... So, we got the gold and the silver opening up today. Gold is down. It's down $48 an ounce. And that really sucks. But at least we're still over 5 Gs. Tripping, freestyle, how does it feel to be Slim Shady? Feels amazing, dude. Silver right now, $80.58. Hopefully we can hold over $80. Platinum right now is $2,080. So silver is $80, but platinum is $2,080. interesting. Very interesting. Bitcoin moving back down. Big surprise there. It's right in the middle of a free fall. Okay. So where is Bitcoin going to stop? Nobody knows. We could drop again easily to 55,000 on the Bitcoin. So definitely looking for another big drop in there to come, and we'll see what happens. Okay. Let's go. Platinum. He says, what is platinum? It's a very rare metal. Okay. You've heard of silver, probably. You've heard of gold. Platinum is just like 30 times more rare than gold, but it's way less money. Okay. So I think platinum is one of the bigger bargains right now. For sure. Platinum is it's a huge deal. It's very cheap. It's on sale. So, yo, this guy definitely smells his fingers. What do you mean by that? Look up the 2016 XXL cipher. Well, for what? You know, for what? But yes, I was trying to look up some crypto. On a positive note, we have TeraWolf going up, but I'm not really a big fan of it anymore after they had a lot of dilution. But it's still a good company, I think. They still have a lot of stuff going on. But, you know, when I first told you about TeraWolf, I knew they had the potential to be up here, but their price was down here. Now their price is up here. So what's the point? You know, they have reached their potential to a certain degree. So I'm not taking any advice from this dude. Yeah, don't then. Okay, go. Yeah, leave. Bro, why are you dressed like a white boy from the year 2000? I am a white boy. This is 2006. We are in the 2000s. Okay? You don't know what you're talking about in the rap game besides, yeah, I'm not about rap. You know, I don't really care that much about rap anyways. Yeah, I listen to it sometimes, yes, but I don't really care. I don't care to talk about it. I like 3 6 Mafia, yes. I like Lil Wayne, Coolio, all right? But we're trying to get rich, you know? These rappers are already rich, and you're idolizing them. You should try to become like them yourself. You should try to become rich yourself, all right? Get your own songs. Get your own team, all right? Stop talking about, yeah, Lil White, he's awesome. He's got that sick song. It's just really sick. Back in the day, everybody used to jam out to that song. If you don't know it, then you don't know anything about rap. So, and remember, I can only see comments if you leave a super chat. Otherwise, they're gone. And it's gone. All right? So, post-Coke clarity. That's kind of funny, I guess. You should try to go to Epstein Island yourself. Get over your obsession with these. Well, I'm not obsessed with them. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of stuff about Epstein, for sure. It's all over TikTok right now. I'm not sure if talking about it can get you banned or anything like that, so it's best if I don't talk about it. But I have been seeing a lot of that stuff, and I think that he was an evil dude. And now I'm seeing a lot of stuff about Michael Jackson showing up. So that's really going around everywhere on TikTok, that Michael Jackson was actually trying to save the kids. And I actually do believe this is true. I do think now that he's trying to save the kids, trying to keep them protected. A lot of people like Corey Feldman and Macaulay Culkin have come out and said that Michael Jackson never did anything inappropriate. And it's all making sense now. It all makes sense. He was trying to protect the kids from the pedophiles in Hollywood. And to be honest with you, we should not even be watching movies, okay? Unless you know they're made by a respectable group. Not these pedophiles, you know? All these people in Hollywood, they're all corrupt. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay. Don't give me financial advice when you in a trailer and I'm on acreage. Okay, yeah, you shouldn't be watching here. If you got your own land, if you're already a millionaire, then don't watch. This is for people that want to become a millionaire. Okay? You were on a live stream at one of the Diddy parties. You seem very smart. Possibly redirect your energy to something that doesn't worship Baal. Yeah, he's probably talking about the other viewer. I don't know. John, I got Petro Brazil last week and up a few percent. Yeah. Yeah, so what if you're going to be up a few percent? So what if it doubles? So what if it gets cut in half? Who cares? The big move in Petro Brazil is going to be like a rocket ship, okay? Oil is one of the most traded, heavily manipulated commodities. And oil is a commodity that they can pump, okay? All they have to do is make a few calls, launch an airstrike on this oil field, boom, 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 boom. And then they start pumping out news. Oh, war, oil going up, oil. And then all of a sudden, oil's $150 a barrel. And that's coming. And Petro Brazil, $80, $90, $100 a share. Dividends. Freaking one share is going to pay out $2-3 a month. $4 a month. Or every 4 months. You're going to be making so many dividends on that stock that you're not even going to believe it was possible. And you're going to be thanking me. You're going to be, thank you for telling me about Petro Brazil. Thank you so much. That's what you're going to be doing. I've been loading up, dude. I haven't bought any in the past couple days, but I've been loading up. Actually, I did buy for my Roth. I always buy Petro every I think it's Wednesday. But I buy Petro every week. And then sometimes I'll throw in 2,000 at it. I'll throw in 3,000, whatever I feel like throwing at it. Because I know that that's going to be the most important stock in your portfolio, other than physical silver, physical gold. I told you guys, I told you these a long time ago. You got to get in on gold, silver, oil. Oil didn't take off yet, but I was right about gold and silver, okay? Oil's going to take off. Also, I always tell you about silver and Shiba Inu. Silver took off, so I was right 100%. You guys should be making a lot of money based on me, based on what I told you, okay? And now, so I was right about silver, but we've got Shiba Inu. That's going to be going next, all right, guys? So you guys got to be excited. This is a time to be excited. Cryptocurrency is near record lows on a lot of these cryptos, okay? So this is the time that we need to be focused on becoming rich, focused on becoming millionaires, all right? So it's Crypto J-Rock. I don't know who these celebrities are, guys. I don't care about these people. J-Rock, he's probably a big nothing burger. Okay, so today for crypto, we've got Bitcoin is down $68,000 per coin, per non-existent coin. It just exists somewhere in the ether, somewhere in the air, on some backup data storage somewhere. Hopefully it doesn't go down. Hopefully you own your Bitcoin. Hopefully you really own it. Okay. I'm not a fan of Bitcoin, if you hadn't noticed. Not a fan at all. And I'm not a fan of XRP, but I do like Dogecoin, Chainlink right now down to $8.50. Now that's cheap. Chainlink $8.50. That's one you could load up on right now. All right. Shiba Inu sounds like the next zombies map. For my man talking about crypto in mom's basement. This is my own apartment. I was living in someone's basement, and I told you guys that I was going to get rich, and I was going to get my own apartment, and I was going to level up. So guess what happens? Guess what happens whenever I level up? People still try to bring me back down. They want to still act like I'm still living in a basement. So the main thing is, do not let haters get to you. Because, guys, there is going to be haters no matter what. I had haters in second grade. I had a hater in first grade. Okay, for real. I had haters in first grade. He punched me in the stomach. Some kid. I had haters in third and fourth grade. I had haters all throughout my entire life. Okay, you cannot truly become successful until you learn that the haters are wasting their own time. Okay, you've got to understand that these haters are not very smart people. They have low IQs. That's why they haven't become successful themselves. That's why they see no value in what I have to offer, because their IQ's too low. Okay? See, if you want to comprehend investments, high finance, you got to be smart. The haters, they can't do it. They can't do what I do. Because if they could, they'd be doing it and they wouldn't be hating. So, guys, let's get it. Let's get this money. Let's get rich, all right? Woo. Let's get rich, guys. That's what it's all about, guys. Getting that paper. Money is a weapon. You have to view money differently than your ancestors taught you to view it. Your ancestors taught you to value this. No, and I teach you that it's just a number. All right? It's a number, it's a weapon, it's a tool. It's a weapon. You have to use this money as a weapon to make more. That way, you could send your kids to college for free. You could buy your kid your first car. His first car. You could do amazing things with this. Or you could do very destructive things, okay? But we got to do good. I teach you guys to become rich so we can do good with the money. Not so you can become evil. All right? So, that chain paper thin. This is almost 100 grams. If I ever see you in a country, I'd pack you out for a honey bun snow bun. You'd have to, hand in my back pocket. Wow. This guy is thinking he's a tough guy, okay? So let's just move on. Let's move on. Thanks. 6'7". 6'7". It looks like 50 or 60 grams. It's I could weigh it, but I don't really give a shit, bro. If you give me a super chat, I'll weigh it. All right? So, because I really don't care. I'm not going to do it for no reason, you know. You give me some of this, I'll show you how much it weighs. I won't buy my kid a car. Hell, nah. Let that bastard work for it. Wow, you're a real asshole for your son. You could at least pay for half so that you could teach him a valuable lesson that we're not alone in this world. You know, making him pay for it himself, that's teaching him that he's alone. That may be a good lesson, but that's not the way to go about doing it. You don't want to make your kid be alone because you're there. You're supposed to be there. You exist. But yet you're going to make him try to build alone by himself. No, the dad's job is to prepare the son for success. Teach him how to be successful. Not to say, okay, do it yourself. But that's what most dads do. They say, nobody helped me. Nobody helped me with my first car. Nobody helped me go to college. Do it yourself. That's what dads say. And moms, that's what people say today. And I say that's the wrong way to do it. That's going to make your kid resent you. Trust me. I know. Okay? So you should help your kid. Teach them that they may have to be alone in this world, but they're not alone when you're alive. Okay? One day they're going to be alone. One day you're going to be gone. But while you're there, it's your duty. You have a lot of jobs to help the next generation become successful. Okay? You might be misremembering John Legend. Thank you, Jesus Rodriguez. As you see, Jesus, we got 21 people in here this morning. We're doing good. Obviously, we wish we had about 70 or 80 people. We're getting big. We're getting our protein shakes in. So, and you don't have a son. Not yet. But the plan is to, yes. So I was actually talking to a lady today on the dating site. So you never know. You never know where it's going to go. Probably nothing, but you gotta have hope, guys. You gotta keep that spark, that hope alive, that you will meet that right person, okay? Because if you go into a depressed mode, then what you're going to do is you're going to become a recluse, and you're going to stay at home, and you're going to play video games. If you have that hope, then that's still going to keep you going out. It's still going to keep you trying to talk up the ladies, trying to believe that you will find a good one day, okay? Even though there is not a lot of good women. Because, why do we know that there's not a lot of good women? Because the dads are not around usually. To have a female develop properly, they need what men need. They need a mother and a father, okay? A lot of the women today, they get divorced, and they tell the father, you can't be involved. So a lot of women don't see how a man is supposed to act because the mom pushed the father away. So a lot of women don't have a father figure. So that's why women today are sluts, because they don't have a father figure. How do I know? Because I've seen it my whole life. I've seen it in my own family with people. You're going to become a slut if you don't have an actual father figure in the family. So that's terrible. Women do the worst things to sabotage their kids. But guys, we're supposed to be talking about getting rich. All right? So, but he's saying all facts. Yeah, it's all facts and shit that I say. I say all facts, bro. I don't waste your time. Okay? I try not to. I try not to waste your time. Bro, just called all your moms. I didn't say all your moms, no. But let's try to move on. It's just, yes, these are facts that I'm speaking. This is very important stuff. But that's not a lot we can do about it. So let's move on. You are a G. Thank you. Who's worse than lying about being bullied your whole life? Hunter wasn't bad. I remember that. Being bullied your whole life. Hunter wasn't bad. I know someone named Hunter. My buddy, he named his son Hunter. But I don't know anyone else named Hunter. I know Hunter Biden, you know. But Hunter is a name I would not probably give to my son. Or Ryan. I knew a Ryan. He was an all right guy. But not that mattered. How do you know Shiba Inu is the next big thing? Because the insiders are trying to suppress it. They're actually shutting down the Shiba burn. It looks like they're not even reporting numbers. So they want it to look dead. Okay? They're basically trying to deceive you. Okay? They're trying to make Shiba look like it's dead so that you sell to it and then the insiders will buy it back up. So because I can see that all this is going on, obviously we know a pump is coming. If they're trying to make it look dead so they can accumulate, then at one time they will pump it back up. Okay? We just don't know exactly when the pump will be. But I believe it will be in 2028. There's going to be another Bitcoin halving in 2028. And that's what we have to get ready for. Okay? So whenever you see your favorite cryptos go down, start to pick it up, buy a little bit. Just little bits over the next 2 years. If you see that you really like Shiba Inu, just buy a little bit. Every week or every month. Okay? Or if you see the price really, really crash, then buy a lot. All right? This is the mind of a future millionaire. I'm showing you how millionaires think. All right? You got to be a scavenger for these stocks. When you see that everyone is like, I don't want to touch it, it looks dead, you have to be that one person that says, okay, what is the right thing to do here? The right thing to do is to be a contrarian. All right? We're not going to let these elites keep accumulating these cryptos at these rock bottom prices. I'm going to buy some too. All right? That's how you guys got to think. You got to think like a millionaire. You got to think like the rich are thinking. All this money, you're just letting it go to the wealthy. If you're dumping your crypto now, or you're dumping your silver and your gold right now, the wealthy are getting it. That's why the poor stay poor and the rich get richer. Because the rich people are smart enough to know, oh, if we just drop the markets, we can shake out all the poors. All these stupid idiots with no money that are poor and they're scared. But guess what? The rich people say, we're not scared. So they come in, buy all your shit that you're dumping because you're scared. You think Bitcoin's going to crash to 30,000. So you're dumping it. And all these rich people are buying up your Shiba and your ETH and your Chainlink and your ICP and your Solana and everything. Okay? That's how the game is played. These rich people aren't scared and they know that you are going to become fearful. And when you become fearful, what do? You sell. But not you, right? Because you're on this channel. You're with John's Gold and Silver. You're with the team. We are the team. Okay? Buy Pepe coin. Yes, Pepe. I always talk about Shiba Inu, but it's Pepe is the other one too. Okay? Pepe, there's like the yin and the yang. You got to have both. Okay? One is not complete without the other. So I believe you should have Shiba Inu and Pepe. Not financial advice. You could lose all your money. Okay? But yeah, I have thousands. Like, I have literally thousands of dollars. I know this is just a $10 bill. But I literally have thousands of dollars invested into Shiba Inu, Pepe, ICP. Okay? Those are my top three. Shiba Inu, Pepe, and ICP. I think those are going to be the ones that outperform and leave everyone else in the dust. All right. So remember, guys, please leave a super chat if you want me to read your comment, and it would really help out the channel if you do. And also, please watch my other videos and stuff like that. All right. Just invest in the stock market, LOL. Yeah, that's one thing. Yeah. But silver and gold have been actually doing better than the stock market. So, you know, you're just repeating something. Oh, just buy the stock market, just buy the Dow, just buy the NASDAQ. You're just repeating old lines that are no longer relevant. Don't you understand that? You're saying just buy the markets. No, you got to buy specific stocks, specific cryptos, specific precious metals. It's not about just buying the market anymore. Times have changed. If you want to make the big bucks, you got to get into gold, silver, Shiba Inu, Chainlink, ICP, Petro Brazil, all the stocks on my Patreon. So times have definitely changed. All right. You can't just buy the market anymore and expect to win. This isn't 1980, bro. This isn't 1980. Yeah, guys. You think this is a joke? I ain't no joke. Maybe. Maybe a little bit. So, remember, guys, please leave a super chat, and I'll read your comments, all right? Because it would really help out the channel. We only made $83 in the last 28 days, so we're not really doing that good. Like, this is literally all the money I made in the last 28 days on YouTube. And it is not a lot. Actually, this does kind of seem like a lot now. So, why do you need a super chat? Because that's money, boy. That's money. I teach you guys that you should always go after what you're worth, all right? So, I ain't reading one more comment until we get a super chat, all right? I hope we do, because I really want to start reading the comments again, because it gives us something to talk about. But it's always good to have more protein when your viewers are thinking about what they're going to write in their super chat. So that's what I'll do right now. Just take the time to make some more healthy protein shakes. Come on, guys. We got to give that super chat. You're leaving me hanging big time, guys. You know that. You know that, don't you? You're leaving me hanging. So, oh shoot, I forgot to make a list for my buddy. I was going to make him a list of supplements he has to buy. Shit. But this is going to be on the list, okay? This should be on all of your lists. It's called Joint Vibrance. It's got collagen, hydrolonic acid, glucosamine, MSM, chondroitin, zinc, magnesium, sodium, calcium, vitamin C, type 1 collagen, type 2 avian collagen, Boswellia, bromelain. Dude, this stuff is the shit. Boswellia, bromelain. That's the freaking enzyme that's in a pineapple. That's very, very good for you, dude. So, yeah, supplements are part of my daily life. Every morning I try to make a protein shake. But, dude, yesterday I did my legs, and I'm not even sore. I should have, I think my legs are adapting fast. They're not getting sore. I have to really up the intensity. But today I'm not going to train legs. Dude, I can't wait for the summer. I'm going to start doing hill sprints again. And as far as building up the body and making yourself stronger, faster, there's really nothing like hill sprints, or I'm going to say high rep squats, okay? Hill sprints are very similar to high rep squats because it goes on for a long time. When you're running up that hill, with each leg, you're doing 30, 40, 50 reps to get to the top of that hill, okay? And when you're doing high rep squats, you're doing 30, 40, 50 reps, okay? So if you can't do sprints, do high rep squats. Do as much weight as you can for like 30, 40 reps. That's the best way, I think, to hit those deep muscle fibers. You got to do high rep squats. All right, you got to. Because what happens is, look at that. Hey, Top G. Thank you for the $10, bro. Look at that, super chat. See you guys. Thanks, AI NeckTube. NeckTube. Greatly appreciate it. Bro twerking on the dids. I said, Hank Hill, you act like a little... I'm not Hank Hill. Who is Hank? Hank is like talking or something. His legs ripped. Bro, anus ripped. No, that's not ripped, dude. Nothing like twerking on crack. Don't say that stuff, okay, guys? You're making me say the bad words. I'm a Christian. You're trying to get me to say bad words? Bro, he just keeps saying anus. You're heinous, dude. Remove. Says Malibu's most wanted. Bro smoked the crypto. But yeah, I really appreciate that $10, bro. I'm not gonna forget you, okay? I'm not gonna forget you. AI NeckTube. Lord, please make this guy successful. AI NeckTube. He wants to become rich, and he's watching my channel. I appreciate him so much, Lord. Give him the confidence. Give him what he needs to succeed. AI NeckTube. All right, guys, thank you. I'll pray for you guys if you give a super chat, all right? Super chat equals one prayer. That's good stuff. So, AI NeckTube. Yeah, he's the G. He's the real top G. God is shift of humans. You are blessed. Yeah, the top G. I don't have the power to bless you, but I will pray that God will bless you. Okay? May God bless AI NeckTube. God, please consider blessing this guy because he is a very generous person. He has helped me out when others were hating on me for the last 20 minutes. For the last 37 minutes, people were hating on me, and this guy did what it took. He was the one that stood out above the rest. Thank you, AI NeckTube. Put that money away before you get robbed, little girl. Wow. Just trying to do something respectful for the guy. Yeah, they're still hating. Doesn't Lil Wayne talk about haters? Pretty sure he does. He doesn't care about them, okay? He just lets them do their thing. They're going to do their thing. He's on that fat bankroll. Do you always roll that deep? Yeah. That's Macho Hat. Why are you drinking tomato soup? It's protein powder. Protein powder and a joint supplement. Because, shit, you got to take care of your joints, guys. All right? Bro acting like that little dono is 10K. Whew. Shit, guys. Yeah, TerraWolf is up today. Petro Brazil is still up to $15. I really hope it drops, you know. Oil, it's down 48 cents. So I think oil could actually go lower. I think we could see oil possibly somewhere between $10 to $30 a barrel. So this is the bear case scenario. We could have oil really dive, and then the price of gas is going to go down very, very briefly. And then I think that we got to get long. If you see war, you got to get long the markets, okay? War means get long the markets. You can make money during a war. When they get us into a war, they're going to print so much money, it's going to pump up every asset in the whole world. It's going to make everything become much more valuable, okay? So you got to get long war, especially oil. War is the best thing for oil. It'll boost up oil. Boom, 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 boom. That's why I'm so bullish right now on Petro Brazil. Dude, if you're watching me and you don't own Petro Brazil, you're crazy. Because I've been pumping that stock up for a long time now. And you could be making these dividends right now. We have to basically pray and ask God, please. I mean, that's like asking God to get rich, though. I mean, we need to keep Petro Brazil cheap, okay? So that it can fluctuate at this low level. And we need to keep buying it up cheap. Because when that thing goes, you're going to wish you had it. The dividends are going to be so high, it's going to pay your freaking rent. It's going to freaking pay your retirement just in dividends. That's Petro Brazil for you. Okay? I'm telling you, this stock is absolutely insane. It's got the highest dividend potential of any stock, you know, practically. Petro Brazil, best dividend potential. Not only does it have really good potential, but it pays out a good dividend right freaking now. Okay? So you better be buying Petro Brazil if you're watching me. Did you buy Race last week when I bought it up? Race? No. If God cared about you, he wouldn't have made you ugly. Well, I'm not ugly. God doesn't make us ugly. God leaves that up to the gene pool, okay? God created the original gene pool in Adam and Eve, and now he wound up the clock, and now the gene pool is diversifying. We're having a great diversification in the gene pool from isolation, okay? Genetic modification. Some people are ugly. Some people are very beautiful. God didn't make you ugly. God created the original gene pool. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't make people ugly. He doesn't make them pretty. No. It's got nothing to do with that at all. Okay? It says, take your vitamins and shut the F up. It's a stock ticker. Long term, you missed out. These comments. We are all beautiful in some way. This guy wants me to buy a stock. It's called Race. R-A-C-E. Oh, it's Ferrari. Pfft. I don't want to buy Ferrari stock. Yeah, it's going down. It was up to $500 a share, and now it's down to $365. And Ferrari, do they even pay a dividend? Yeah, they pay $3 dividend. So for a $365 stock, they only pay a $3 dividend. That's only less than 1%. Petro Brazil pays 10. So this is Ferrari dividend. This is Petro. There's no comparison. Ferrari sucks. Okay? It's not a good company to invest in right now. No. I don't believe that for 1 second that Ferrari is a good company to invest in. Their products are way overpriced. If we go into and there's a lot of competition from Bugatti, Maserati, McLaren. There's a lot of competition. Okay? And if we go into a recession, we're not going to see a lot of people buying these Ferraris. We're going to see a lot of people selling them and flooding the market. Okay? So I'm not a believer in, I don't invest in companies that make super, super, super expensive products that only the elites can afford. I invest in companies where everyone can afford it. Okay? Not only that, but I invest in companies where people have to buy the product. Okay? So I invest in Petro Brazil. Who do you know that doesn't use oil? Nobody. Everyone uses oil, except the Amish. Even the Amish probably use oil, So, can you do a prayer for everyone who have a thumbs up? Yes. Yes. Okay, he wants to know where he can find the Fear and Greed Index. It's right here. It's on CoinMarketCap. I'll show you. It's right here, 10. CoinMarketCap. It's CoinMarketCap. It's all the cryptocurrencies, all right? You see Bitcoin, Ether. You see junk. I'll tell you what I think about some of these cryptos, all right? Junk. Good. Okay. Good. And that's enough. So, Lord, I wanted to give a prayer for all of the people in this chat room that decided to be generous today. and give me a thumbs up. Hopefully you'll instill your blessings upon these people because they truly care for me. They truly care for the message that I'm giving. Please, if you would, bless these people to give me a thumbs up. So, if you got in last week, you'd be up 10%. Yeah, I don't care about Ferrari. I don't care. Look at TerraWolf. You'd be up 10% on that too. Look at it. So you could be up 10% on so many thousands of stocks. There's so many things that are up 10%. Okay? Not crypto, though. Crypto's not up 10%. Did he use a question? Is crypto long-term investment? I believe so. Okay. That's a good question. Is crypto a good long-term investment? If you mean 100 years, or if you mean 20 years or 50 years, we don't know. Okay? I think that some could be a good investment. Okay, guys? But take a look at ICP. Even though Internet Computer has the best technology, it's the best cryptocurrency out there, but they're suppressing it. They don't want people to find out because that would dethrone Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. So they want to keep, even though ICP is the best cryptocurrency technology, they want to keep it down. Okay? So is it a good long-term investment? If they can destroy it? Probably not. Okay? You can have the best crypto in the world, and all these other companies will destroy it. And then it ends up not being a good long-term investment. Okay? So I can't answer that question. It should be a good long-term investment if you're investing in the right ones, like ICP. Okay? But these other crypto companies can also destroy ICP, like they did at first. Okay? So is it a good long-term investment? I'm going to say no because of the cannibalism in the industry. You can see a really great crypto, and then other crypto companies destroy it. So it's all dishonesty. But I think that if you buy like ICP, Shiba Inu, Pepe, Doge, Bonk, Chainlink, I think that some of them are going to do well. There's going to be some that do very well, some that they cannot destroy. Okay? If they could, Bitcoin, Solana, they would destroy everybody. Okay? Because they know they're going to be dethroned. They know it. Bitcoin is not going to be the number one crypto for very much longer. But right now, it has a solid position. It has a solid lead. But I definitely think that ICP is going to start to climb up towards the number one spot. Unless, like I said, unless they destroy it. And they have the power to destroy it. There's very rich people in this world that can see a good company coming up. And we're going to say, I don't like you anymore. Done. You're out. And they change the rules of the game. Okay? I got Dogecoin still holding 45K at average 5 cents. That is way too much Doge. That's retarded. You got way too much Dogecoin. You should split up your money. You should split up your 45K so you have like 5,000 Doge, 5,000 ICP, 5,000 Shiba, 5,000 gold, 5,000 silver, 5,000 platinum. So that's how you have to split your money up. If you're just putting 45,000 into Dogecoin, you're retarded. And then to not sell it, when Dogecoin spiked up to what, 30 cents? What did it go to? Where is it? Doge. I can't even find it on here. Solana, Tether, where was it? Can't even find it. DOGE. Yeah, you can't get greedy, bro. You got greedy. So Dogecoin, he bought it at 5 cents. It went all the way up to 43 cents. That's where I sold it. Okay? I was selling my Dogecoin right back up there at around 40 cents. And I sold all of it. But this guy said, I'm going to get married to my Dogecoin. I'm never going to sell it. Even if it skyrockets in value up to 50 cents, I'm still not going to sell it. And this guy said, I'm going to hold on to it no matter what. So that's insane, dude. You're crazy. You should have sold. People are insane. You should have sold it at like 2024 in December. Are you that greedy that you're just going to keep on holding it and just pray and hope? Makes no sense, bro. You're just going to keep holding onto your Doge forever? You're better off taking profits along the way and then buying back when it goes down. See, like if you sold all that $45,000 worth when it was at 43 cents, then you could reinvest all of it back in here at 9 cents. You got to start thinking. That's what I try to do. I try to coach you guys. I'm trying to be the coach, okay? But you got to let me coach. You got to let the coach do his job. So how do you know when to sell, though? When the hype is all the way up at the top, okay? So I knew when to sell at the end of 2024 because Donald Trump was pumping it up. Eric Trump was pumping it up. Eric Trump was in a room and he said, who in this room thinks Bitcoin is not going to $1 million? And they were probably told, audience, don't raise your hand when he says this. So no one raised their hand. So that means everyone thought it was going to $1 million. But I'm telling you, they probably warned the audience, don't raise your hand when Eric Trump says this question. Okay? There is deep, dark stuff going on that you guys don't even know about. You just see this stuff that's happening, and you're like, oh yeah, that's great. But behind the scenes, it's all fake. It's all like XRP, it's all fake. Okay? So you guys, a lot of you guys don't even have a clue. You got to let me coach, guys. I got to coach you. Are you a juggalo? Yes. How do I know when to short gold? Well, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't short gold. But you could when you go into that euphoria phase. Like when you go and like everyone's talking about it, it's all over the news, it's everywhere. The banks are making calls. It can only go higher. It's only going to go higher. That's when it's going to turn, you know. So when you see that exuberant enthusiasm, when people are super, super, super enthusiastic, and I'm talking about everyone, when you see random people that they never bought gold, but now they're buying gold, that's when you sell. That's when you short, okay? Yeah, same thing with crypto. When Donald Trump was pumping it up, Eric Trump was pumping it up, everyone was pumping it up in 2024, that's how I knew that I had to sell. And I told you guys that I was selling, okay? So I keep you guys informed every step of the way with what I am personally doing. So I actually tell you when I sell. If you look at Oscar Ramos, he has a huge YouTube channel. He does not tell people when he sells because he sold his Shiba Inu and he never told anybody. All he does is he tells you to buy it. He says, this is a good one. This is a good one. I love this one, guys. It's good. Yeah. That's stupid. That's not even saying anything. Just saying, oh, I love this crypto. It's good. Yeah. You're not even saying anything, bro. Why don't you tell your audience the truth? Tell them that you sold your Shiba. Tell them that probably the Shiba community gave you 1 billion Shiba Inu for free if you were to help pump it up. Well, they will never say this stuff. They'll never come clean. Okay? These other YouTubers, they'll never come clean that they're lying to you about cryptocurrency. I'm the only one that tells you guys like when I actually sell. You know what I mean? So I'm the freaking godfather of crypto, and you guys don't realize it. You just want to go on following these other guys. Okay, crypto will be taxed heavily in future. Yeah. It already is. What do I do? Why do I do that? Why am I even alive? Crypto is already taxed. I just had to pay freaking thousands of dollars in taxes when I did my taxes because of crypto. I had to pay literally thousands of dollars because I made so much money on crypto. So obviously they're already taxing it. These people, are you living under a rock? How much cash to keep under mattress for emergency? Oh, that's a great question. Dude. Thank you. Okay. It depends what are your expenses. If your expenses are $8,000 a month, then you should probably have $50,000 to $100,000 saved up. But if your expenses are only, like my expenses, probably $1,000 a month. So I like to have at least $10,000 in cash because that'll get me through 10 months. Okay? But they say you should have at least 6 months worth of money. Okay? So for how much money should be under your mattress? 6 months of living expenses. So that means 6 months of food, 6 months of rent, 6 months of your gas, 6 months of everything. 6 months of car insurance. Okay? 6 months of investing money. Because you should still keep investing even if you lose your job. You have to have a stash of cash saved away under the mattress. And yes, I do believe that it's okay to put money under your mattress. But if you have like random people coming in your house, then you got to get a safe. I put my money in the ceiling tile. This one right here. See that one? I just kind of push it up and then I keep all my money right in there. So it's a spot I figure not too many people know about it. It's safe. So that's what you got to do. You got to find a good hiding spot. Okay? Well, that stuff will kill you and is a natural bitch repellent. Treat your body like a temple. You think XRP is junk? Not even long term. Yeah, it's garbage. It's all fake. It's all an elaborate scheme, an elaborate hoax to make you think that banks are actually interested in it. And you guys are not going to find out it's a scam until Ripple has actually dumped all of their XRP. And then you're going to find out it's a scam. And that's going to be happening probably like 5 years from now. Or 10 years from now. Obviously, XRP has a lot of Ripple has a lot of XRP that they got to dump. So they got to keep this fake going. Oh, yeah, the banks are going to use XRP. Do any smart people believe this stuff? Do smart people actually believe that the banks are going to... Nobody smart believes that. Do you think Brad Garlinghouse believes that the banks are going to use XRP? No, it's all fake. Brad Garlinghouse knows XRP is fake. Only 43,000 steps. Ripple has Class A stock they sell. Yeah, they're going to sell a lot of stuff to make money. It's all a scam. So, yeah, they're selling stock now. I thought they were just dumping their XRP. Now they're selling a stock. This is the biggest scam I've ever seen. It's got to be. It's got to be. XRP has got to be one of the biggest scams. Okay. Fuck crypto. Let's get in shape this year. Yes, I like that. But I'm still investing in ICP, okay, and Shiba Inu. I'm not saying F crypto. I just think that like Bitcoin, XRP, Stellar, Cardano, there's a lot of scams, okay? A lot of scams. You got to be safe, guys. Don't buy XRP. Not financial advice. Okay. Soda is the devil. Never touch it again. Yes, exactly. Soda is one of the worst things for you. If you drink too much, it's going to make your teeth fall out and you're going to get fat. And then you're going to die before you're supposed to. You're going to die before your time. Think about it. Soda, it's all that artificial colors. It's pure sugar. Too much caffeine. It's addictive. I don't understand it. These people, do they even know how much pop they drink? Like, a lot of people they drink soda all day. For real, all day. They don't even give a shit about their own body. You know? To me, that's crazy. You guys think I'm crazy, but I think some of you guys are crazy that you just drink soda all day. Pepsi, Coca-Cola. I mean, everyone drinks Coke. Who doesn't drink Coca-Cola? It's like you're just sheep. You're getting in line. Well, let me get my Coca-Cola. You're all just sheep. At least get some water, bro. Get some pure water. Your body needs water. It doesn't need Coca-Cola. Okay? So, let's be athletes and give 2 arrows in God's butt. Well, don't do that. No. You should only vape your alcohol. I don't know what this guy is. He's going on about some stuff. Negative calories and it F's you up worse. You know what else has negative calories? They say celery. Because you use more energy to chew it than it gives you. So, let's get this money, guys. Yeah, celery is very good. Thank you. T Fug 16. Oh, I like the 69. Thank you. I like that. That's a number I can appreciate. Whenever I get a customer that's number 69, I'm like, hey, I just say number 69. And sometimes the customers are like, oh yeah, I got it. Like, it's funny. It's funny. A lot of the customers are like, oh yeah, 69. But if it's like an old man or something, I'm just like, here you go, sir. Or if it's like if it's a lady, here you go. Have a nice day. Give her the receipt and just don't try not to laugh, you know. But I can't wait till someone gets number 67. Like, 67, here's your receipt. But that'll be coming. Ranch on it and you'll get the calories. I drink tea or peanut butter. 67, yeah. Shout out, 67. Shout out. Whew. Let's get this money, guys. Somebody else give a super chat. We got to get another super chat coming in. Don't say 666, no. It's a dominance display that chicks are very into. If it's a lady, you should make direct eye contact and never break till they leave the building. Till they leave the building? Bro, you're telling me I should try to make eye contact with the customers and never break eye contact until they leave the building? That is not a power move at all. The power move is that you want to, stare into a woman's eyes and let her look away first. Because if you look away first, you lose. Okay? So yeah, it's a game. Everything in life is a game. The one who looks away first loses. You ever hear there's another game, whoever speaks first loses. There's a lot of games like that. You got to fully understand them if you want to be successful, okay? In a negotiation, whoever speaks first loses because they're going to give up unnecessary information that they shouldn't have told you. Okay? So when you're in a negotiation, you want to speak as little as possible. All right, guys, let's get this money. Let's read some more comments. 888, that's better. Stare into their souls. Just the females. Well, I would hope not. I'm going to stare into the soul of a man. That's not what I want to do. Not a stalker. Just look. That is a stalker. You can't stare at the customers, bro. You don't know a gosh darn thing about Burger King. You don't know a darn thing about fast food. And you're trying to tell me how to do my job, bro? You got another thing coming, bro. Hey, J-Rock, what's up? He says, what's up, J-Rock? Dude, that's a sick name. I got to start telling the people at my job to call me J-Rock. I like that. I'm really starting to like it. That's why I wait for them to get into the car before putting the child locks on. Dang. Your life story inspired so many men to come out of the closet. Thank you for your contributions to the LGBT community. I'm not trying to inspire men to come out of the closet. That is the opposite of what I'm doing. Okay? No, it's not the opposite of what I'm doing. I'm trying to make you guys get rich. This is what it's about right here. This is what it's about. For the implication, saying, if it works, it works. Rambo touched me, he says. LOL. Thanks, guys. We got 28 people in here. I really appreciate all of you guys. Lord, thank you for all these people in here. I know that they are putting their faith in me for becoming rich, but these people need to put their faith in you too. Okay? That's more important. One thing that's more important than money is eternal salvation. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, guys? You guys got to, yes, it's important what I do here. I talk about money, but you got to keep God in your mind as well. All right? He says it's dollar. Bro, I got tens. I got a couple of tens, bro. You think that's the only money I got, too? You don't think I got more money than that? Check this one out. How much do you think that's worth, bro? Obstagoon. It's actually slightly bent. Very strange. Very strange indeed. It's bent. These hollows can actually bend if they're left out in the hot, like in the sun. So that was probably one of my best cards too. It's a little bit bent now. Well, now I'm just going to have to use it for playing. We got some other cards as well, guys. This one right here. So I got money, all right? Don't worry about me. I got all kinds of money. Those cards, you know how much those are worth? You couldn't even imagine how much those are worth, bro. Real Pokemon, okay? Official Wizards of the Coast trading card game. No joke. So, I don't need to hate for a broke as dude, you loser. Why your ceiling look like a school ceiling? Straight to the cooler. I find it crazy for how much some Pokemon cards go for. Yeah. Pokemon cards are a good investment. We knew this. We knew this as children. We knew they were a good investment. But what happened? When you become old, you think, I should stop collecting Pokemon? No. Pokemon, it's just like stocks. They're going to go up and up and up and up and up in value. Just like stocks go up. Just like gold goes up. Pokemon, it's a good investment. For sure. Especially anything first edition. Okay? First edition cards are some of the most rare cards to get. Those are the ones that everybody wants. All right? I got at least $5,000 worth of Pokemon. How much are the cards? Yeah, at least $5,000. Nobody wants your blank Pokemon cards, you virgin. Well, if I am a virgin, it's none of your business. All right? That's none of your business. Guy's trying to call me out right in front of 19 people. Any graded cards? Actually, no, I don't have any graded cards right now. No. But I actually do want to send some in for grading, okay? So I'll let you know how that goes. This guy, he's bricked up. What does that even mean? Does that mean you're rich? He's bricked up. Featherwood, jealousy breeds hate. I'm bricked up. Sounds like he's bitter about my cards. Yeah, he doesn't like my Pokemon cards for some reason. Bricked up is code for he has wood. Start listening to your wise words about what not to do and agree, but I'm sat in the trenches. Well, this guy's in the trenches right now. He's suffering. This means he's struggling. He's trying to level up as best he can. He's in the trenches. He's making money, just like Andrew Tate says. Okay? When your girlfriend wants you to go out to see a movie, you guys say, hell no. I'm in the trenches. I'm getting rich. You either stand by my side or you be gone. All right? Being in the trenches, bricked up, is not a good combo. That's some weird sayings you guys are talking about. Let me type this in. What does this even mean? Being in the trenches, bricked up. Bricked up is commonly used to describe a man who is visibly aroused, often in a humorous or awkward situation. It originated from hip-hop culture and has evolved to represent a state of sexual arousal, particularly in a lighthearted context. The term in the trenches refers to the place of hard work or struggle, often used to describe someone who is deeply involved in a challenging task. Together, these phrases reflect different aspects of human experience. Yeah, you can't really combine those. You can't be in the trenches and be bricked up. They're two separate things, right? Together, these phrases reflect different aspects of human experience, from physical arousal to metaphysical or metaphorical challenges faced in various environments. Yeah, I'm in the trenches, guys. I don't know about being bricked up, but I'm in the trenches. Well, it's not a good combination, you know? It's not a good combination, I guess. I be bricked up in the trenches. Dude, maybe it is a real thing. Maybe it is real. And not only is it real, but I think it's common. I think it's very common for men to be bricked up in the trenches. They actually go together, now that I think about it. They go together. What's good, Kiefer? When silver gets to 300, I'm buying 2 dolphins. Sounds like you're a man with a plan. This guy's buying a couple of dolphins. I think that's cool. That's like the ultimate flex, bro. Like, yo, come on over, jump in the pool. I got the dolphins are swimming around. Let's go swim with the dolphins. Yeah, that's like the ultimate freaking flex. It's like the rich people in Saudi Arabia that have a lion. It's like a flex. But here in the States, we have dolphins. Yeah, you need a big pool for that. I'd be bricked up in her. Why are you... I'm not the G word. I'm not G. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button, okay? Guaranteed you guys, a lot of you guys have not hit the like button yet. I flex my... Sorry, trenching means trading meme coins. Oh. You guys are insane, okay? We gotta get back to talking about making money. So let's see how the markets are doing. It's almost 3 o'clock. But we do have the Dow Jones is up 112 points. S&P is down. NASDAQ is down. Dow attempts 3rd straight record close. S&P 500 and NASDAQ slips as tech weakness returns. Who cares? But yeah, we have Nvidia stock down to 189. Tilray is actually up to 793. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. So ABTC is really going down. I like that one. $1.22. ABTC. That's one you could put in your stock portfolio. Not financial advice. Bitcoin is crashing. Hope you don't got none. No, I don't have any Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the worst crypto because it has very poor utility. It's just the insiders pumped it up. That's all. Why is Bitcoin so expensive? Because insiders pumped it. It's not good. Bitcoin is not good. It is the worst crypto. Isn't that ironic, though? The worst possible cryptocurrency is the #1 cryptocurrency. It's very ironic. But that, like I said, that's just because the insiders want it to be that way. Everything is manipulated. You guys got to understand everything is manipulated. Okay? I have a question. How can I gain confidence in myself? That's a good question, but guys, you got to give a super chat, okay? Because that's a very detailed question. It's probably going to take me at least 5 minutes to answer, and I'm not going to answer that. Guys, let's go. All right? Give a super chat. Even if it's $2. $2. Because then, you know, I don't want to have to think, guys. You know, you got to think deep for that question. If you want to have a perfect answer that's going to put you on the path to success, that's worth something, all right? So, Steve Harvey dead at 67. Damn. He was one of the great comedians of our day, too. You for real, bro? He was a great comedian. Really, really funny guy, Steve Harvey. But I don't know anything about him personally, like his personal beliefs and stuff. So I really don't know. Hey, come on, give a super chat. Hey, hope you're having a great day. Just wanted to introduce you to my father. His name is Jesus. Wow. So, yeah, I could answer this question, but it's a very hard question. Give a super chat, guys, if you have any really important questions. Why am I dressed like a clown? This is Jinko. You ever heard of Jinko? It was around back in the 90s, 2000s. They make those jeans that are like real wide. This is a Jinko shirt, okay? That's the Jinko symbol. That's Jinko jeans, baby. This is the top notch, the best quality, okay? Yeah, the thing about Jinko was it was very good quality clothing. Yeah, like really good. But the jeans would be like $60 a pair. But they would sell out like crazy. It was insane how people would go crazy for that. You'd have the crowds that was into the Marilyn Manson, the Korn, the Limp Bizkit, and these people were all wearing Jinkos. I wish I had this chain back in high school. That would have been something. Yeah, it was cool in 98. And why? I think it's still cool. Yeah. I think Jinko is even cooler now because it's a style that not everyone has. Back in 98, everyone was wearing Jinko. All the cool kids. Now, very few people wear it. So it's a style that if you wear that style, you're going to be unique. But back then, you weren't unique. So I think it's better to wear Jinko now, in my opinion. I'm a big fan of Jinko jeans. Guys, please hit that subscribe button because I offer a lot of valuable stuff about investing. All right, so please subscribe. It would really help me out today. I'm having a day off. I got the next 2 days off. So I'm going to be doing YouTube. I'm going to be doing lives. I'm going to be doing live workouts, okay? I'll show you guys how ripped I am, and we'll teach you guys how to build some muscle, all right? So whenever you see me going live, just tune in, give it a like, help me out, all right? He says, you ain't got not style. What were the meme coins you recommend? ICP, Shiba Inu, Pepe, Origin Token, Ronin, Bonk, Dogecoin, Rarible, Goldfinch Protocol. There's a lot of good ones out there. Okay, a lot of good projects. Sui, I like. HBAR, HBAR. Okay, so. I have probably over 20 or 25 cryptos. I have a lot of different ones because we don't necessarily know which ones are going to be the most successful. We know which one should be the most successful. That's ICP. But a lot of other crypto companies want to keep it down. Okay. I like the new coin. I wear my work clothes more than anything. And it's not because I'm poor. I just don't give a F. Yeah, I wear my work clothes more than anything, too. This is like, I hardly ever get a day where I can have my own style. So I like to have, this is the style I used to have. And this is what I like. Mog was my first sick hat. Thank you. Thanks for saying you like the hat. I got this hat because my sister's kid was having a garage sale. And I was like, that's a nice hat. That's vintage. That's worth money. So I bought it off him for like $5. I think it's worth like $20. XRP will be at the top someday. No, XRP is at the top. It's like number 2 or 3. So XRP is pretty much already at the top. I think XRP's got a long way to fall. XRP is the biggest scam. And, crazy. It's crazy. I feel like Michael Jackson, I'm trying to call out the XRP as a scam. Michael Jackson was trying to call out all the corruption in Hollywood, and nobody believed him. I feel just like Michael Jackson. Like, I'm calling out XRP, no one believes me. That's because everyone is brainwashed by Ripple Labs and all that. They're all brainwashed. But heck, and the sad thing is that XRP is going to go up, so that's just going to give these idiots more confidence that they're correct. But the thing is, they're going to put all their money in at the top, and the majority of people are going to lose on XRP. Like myself, I'm rare. I actually made a lot of money on XRP. Most people are going to end up losing. All right, most people are going to buy XRP when it's too high, and then for real, most investors will lose on XRP. Only the few smart ones like myself know better. We know we should only buy XRP if it's at 50 cents, and then we sell it at around $2-3. That's the trade. That's the play. Okay? ICP is a scam. No, ICP is like the one of the main cryptos that's not a scam. All right? ICP is like, it's like the freaking best thing that ever happened to crypto. But they want to keep it quiet. So they say, yeah, ICP is a scam. So that's how they keep it quiet. That's how they keep the price down. They just say it's a scam. How do I know that? Well, because Cryptos R Us says it's a scam. I think he gets paid. All right. I think a lot of YouTubers are getting paid to say that ICP is a scam. And I will believe that until the day that I die. All right. These YouTubers, I think they're getting paid thousands of dollars just to talk bad about ICP. All right. So I got to watch that show again. In other news, the Resurrected Spawn series again. I don't watch Spawn movies. The missing woman was spotted at a bingo half hall Friday. Give me thousands of dollars. I'll talk bad about ICP too. Yeah. Dude. Right. So it's not that hard to deceive the public. They just say, oh, you know, how many, the insiders will talk and they'll say, how many guys you got on your payroll? How many of these crypto YouTubers? They'll be like, oh, I got 20 to 22 of them right now. 22 of them going strong. They'll be like, okay, pay them all money to talk bad about ICP and do it in a coordinated effort at the same time and have them all say the same messages so that the public thinks ICP is bad. Okay? I'm telling you, they have these private conversations. Like, dump XC, dump it, dump it. Tell all the YouTubers to tell their followers to dump ICP. They do that stuff. I know a lot of you guys probably don't believe me, but a lot of you probably do believe me. Okay? Isn't that crazy, all the manipulation? And I'm just trying to make you guys aware of this stuff. And I could get in trouble too. They could try to shut me down. But I think it's more important that you guys know. Just like it's more important that Michael Jackson told everyone about the corruption and the things that they were doing to the children. It's more important that you guys know. It really is. You guys got to realize that what you're investing in, it could be a scam. Right? So, guys, let's get serious. Who got a good question? Silver. Hey, there's my music. That's one of my favorite guys in here. One of my top supporters. But guess what, my music? I'm going to be doing a live workout today. Probably at about 5 o'clock. I think I want to go to the res first. And then I got to like make a little bit more food. And then we're going to be doing a live workout. I'm going to be taking my Unmatched Dissident pre-workout energy drink. Non-stim. And we're going to be doing a hardcore upper body workout. We're going to be doing heavy push-ups, curls. I'm going to be showing you guys how to get the muscle. All right, guys. Strange things are happening in the middle of nowhere. Which let vampires take over a figure until they opened the dead zones again, and now everyone's powered again. I don't know if I believe in vampires, dude. I mean, what was the woman's name? Roseanne. She says that they are vampires. No, I don't think that they're actually vampires. I think that they do eat babies and they drink the baby's blood, but that doesn't mean they're vampires. They're just humans that are trying to act like vampires. They're fulfilling the will of Satan. That's what they're doing. And we have a lot of these vampires in Hollywood. And that's what Michael Jackson was trying to tell you guys. And he was trying to tell me. He was trying to tell everybody. Okay? And now, the world is waking up, guys. You know it. The whole world is waking up about Epstein and all this bullshit. Okay? And they're never going to show us all the Epstein files. They've already freaking burned up a whole bunch. We'll never know. We'll never even know what they did. Because they got rid of them. Okay? So the Epstein files that we see are the ones that they want us to see. Everything is calculated. Okay? We are only allowed to see what they want us to see. It's a cult. Yeah, there's a cult in Hollywood. Yes. That's not spam. I posted the same over and over and over again and learn how to do your job. I only answer questions if they're super chats. Otherwise, I just go by choice, okay? Sometimes I'll ignore a specific person because I'll know that that person has never given a super chat. All right? It's good. It's good water. All right, guys, if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. He says, it's spam because it's long nonsense about werewolves. So if you don't answer unless someone pays you, preferably, yes. I prefer to only answer questions if they are in a super chat. But I answer a lot of questions just because I'm a nice guy. So, still, SLV is done. I was never into SLV. I'm always big on the AGQ. Yeah. So, guys, myself, and my music, he's right in the comments, he also owns AGQ. Okay? This is down to about $150 today. I really like it. It's really sitting there pretty, looking good, looking cheap. We were up to $400 and I sold. I got out at about $375. I woke up the very morning that silver was dumping, and I was my back was killing me. I was sick. I was like, oh shit, we might have a crash. Well, what's gonna go down the most? AGQ. Boom, sold it. Because AGQ, I knew it was gonna collapse. But guess what? Now that it's already come down, this is when we need to scoop it up. Okay? This is when we can scoop up AGQ to really try to get rich. John, have you heard about the Comex delivery failure likely in March? I don't think I have. I know that like Andy Schechtman is always talking about the possibility that they're going to have a failure to deliver silver. But they just pay you out in cash anyways, right? They just pay you out in cash. It's a 2x leveraged silver. Yeah. AGQ is 2 times leverage. It's a 2x. SLV is a 1, I think. So what's the point? If you're behind something that's not even leveraged, what is the fucking point? Just buy the actual metal itself at that point. Okay? The only reason that I favor AGQ over physical is because AGQ is leveraged. If it wasn't leveraged, I wouldn't really care. So I don't care about SLV. That's the one that they always pump up. That means that's the garbage one. And guys, people were telling you don't buy paper silver. Remember? I know I like to call out a lot of YouTubers, okay? But Andy Schechtman, he sells silver. He says, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. Well, what the fuck, bro? I just held AGQ and I just fucking sold that shit and I made tens of thousands of dollars. And he's trying to say that you don't really own that. Well, I own the money now. And I can use that money to buy real silver. Dude, these people, they just want you to buy their product. Do you understand? Andy Schechtman sells physical. So he wants you to buy physical. So he's going to say, oh, AGQ, that's no good. I poo-poo on AGQ. Okay? This is called deception. These people want their own businesses to succeed. So they are not telling you how good AGQ actually is. Okay? You guys got to recognize. You got to recognize the stuff that these guys are doing. Don't listen to your favorite freaking YouTuber. They always have something to sell. Okay? And many times, they're working for somebody else. Okay? I work for you. I don't have anyone else that I got to please. My only goal is to please you, to make you rich. Okay? Nobody's paying me to pump up Shiba. Nobody's paying me to pump up silver. That's all me. All me. 100%. Hey guys, remember, give a super chat. Typically, if we don't get any super chats, I do not read them. I only read the moderators' comments because these guys contribute more than you could ever even probably imagine. John, there's a 50-50 chance that deliveries will fail. So if you're in leveraged silver, the contracts will freeze. It's important to be in real silver or bullion. I don't think that's going to cause the contracts to freeze. Because AGQ doesn't invest in physical anyways. They just invest in options. Okay? Well, maybe futures too. But it would never completely freeze anyways. That's just fear to keep you from buying it, I think. Yeah, they could always... that's illegal. They cannot... They would have to pay you out some way or another. I don't think it could ever freeze like that. But maybe you know something that I don't. But as far as I know, many deliveries have already failed, and that hasn't caused anything like that, like a freeze in paper silver markets. Everything is still going on as foreseen. It's all going on as planned. Nothing. I mean, yeah, this is a lot of crazy stuff happens during a silver shortage, but what are you afraid of? Microplastics? Sarah. I'm afraid of microplastics. It's been said that, they did experiments on the dogs. They put polyester on the dogs. It made their sperm stop swimming right. And I think that polyester clothing is just plastic. You're going to absorb a lot of that plastic from your clothes. So it's like they're trying to make us living Ken and living Barbie dolls. They're putting us, we're wearing plastic. It's like they want us to be Barbies and stuff. It's so weird, really weird. We should not have plastic for clothing. This has got to be some kind of a conspiracy. It's not good for you. So, but that's a whole nother thing. But I wanted to get into that in the future. I wanted to get into some more research on polyester clothing. But that's just I don't have enough time to do all this research, guys. I got to use my time to talk to you guys. So, what's super chat, bro? It means that you can pay me money and I'll answer your question. I shouldn't have even answered that question because you didn't make it a super chat. So, they'll pay you out at the frozen rate. Okay, yeah. Then you can just take that money then. And I don't think that'll ever happen. But we'll see. Not the spot market rate. Take a look online for March deliveries and outcome. The silver price could spike to 175 if deliveries fail. Just an FYI. Okay, yeah. But what ETFs would be affected by that? All of them? Would all of them be affected by that? I don't know. That's something that's never happened before, so we'll see. Yeah, polyester. That's like plastic clothing. It's crazy that we wear plastic. I'm telling you, they're trying to make us into living Barbies and living Ken dolls. These elites, they're sick. They have sick minds. So, anything tried to leverage options or futures? No, not a leveraged stock. That would have nothing to do with the price. A leveraged options on a stock, or you just mean options on the ETF? Yeah, I don't know. It would be the first time ever in history. I don't think that they could actually do that. I don't think that makes any sense. The ETFs are still going to trade based on the price. These ETFs aren't really backed by physical anyways, I guess SLV is. I don't know. I don't even know what SLV is. SLV backed by real silver. Yes, SLV shares is backed by real silver. It holds physical silver bullion in secure vaults. But the whole thing with SLV is it's stupid because it's not leveraged. So you're better off with the physical, which is that we agree on that. We totally agree on that. Guys, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get more subscribers today. We only have 16 people watching. And in my opinion, that is not enough. Okay? Coca-Cola stock falls after a rare sales miss, even as volumes and prices rose. Coca-Cola stock is going down. Coca-Cola shouldn't even exist. It's like one of the worst companies. They're taking over good companies and making them bad, you know? Coca-Cola is just a bullshit product. Just designed to boost your dopamine and make you waste your money and rot your teeth. So you have to go to the dentist more and give more money into the system. Guys, I didn't go to the dentist in over 10 years. You know what they said? I had no cavities. I was like, yeah, you know what? I take a lot of calcium pills and I don't drink any soda. 0 cavities in 10 years. This is what Ohio looks like. Yeah, definitely think, how much cash do I have on me? I think I got 31 bucks on me. So, that's good. That's enough to buy, I think, what I want to buy. Let me cut and paste some prelim stuff in the comic stuff. Okay. $0, that's nothing. That'll get you through tonight for sure. Yeah, it'll get me through tonight. I want to go pick up a weed vape before I do my live workout. Because that'll help me get through each set. Take a nice vape and then do a set of squats. That helps me make it through. It takes the edge off. Okay. Just kidding. You only need to take the edge off during certain times. Working out is its own drug. Okay? You guys know this. Analysts and market data indicate a severe supply to demand imbalance for the upcoming March 2026 silver contract. This is going to be exciting to see. I know you keep up on all that stuff. That's why I'm glad you're here. Market participants are closely watching February 27th. And guys, you know, they'll find the silver too. You know, my music, they'll find it. Okay? They can go out and find it and fulfill those contracts. They can still, they can know. They know. If you know that there's going to be an upcoming issue, then they know. So they're probably trying to get the silver to fulfill it, okay? And if they can't fulfill it all, they just pay it in cash. I don't know. I don't think anything crazy comes out of this, but we'll see. We'll see. Analysts warn that even 25% of the contract holders stand for physical delivery. The required amount would exceed total available COMEX registered stocks. What? Why would stocks matter? We're talking about physical deliveries, not stocks. There's something that I'm missing, bro. I'm missing something. But I'm not that good at putting pieces together, so. An eighth of weed is 25 euros. I sold a gun in my collection and bought some silver. Hope I don't regret it. It always sucks to sell off some of your collection, but you added silver. So honestly, in a few years, you'll probably be able to sell that silver, and you'll probably be able to buy that gun back. And then you'll probably be able to buy a couple more too. Probably be able to buy 3 guns. Okay? So I think you probably did the right thing by trading a gun for physical. Yeah. Plus, you probably got lots of guns, bro. Am I right or am I right? You got a lot of guns. So you can let one go, okay? Read up on it. Amazing stuff that's happening. Stocks, as in silver in a vault. Oh, he says stocks are actually not stocks. They're silver that's inside of a vault. So I'm definitely missing a lot of the language. We're having a language barrier disruption. That I didn't know that stocks meant physical silver. I thought stocks meant stocks. Something's messed up either on your side or on my side that I'm not understanding. Stock as in, silver stock as supply. But the COMEX is running out of supply. Inventory. But this stuff has happened throughout history, and usually they'll find the inventory, or they already have it, and they just say that they don't, to try to shake up the markets more. Like, I'm telling you, my music, it is 100% manipulated. They want you to think that there might be a shortage. They probably have backup silver, you know. But I don't know. I really don't know. But I actually don't believe anything that the COMEX says. My guess is that they have plenty of silver that they could bring in and fulfill the contracts. But there may be a day when they don't have that silver. And maybe this is it. Maybe you're right, dude. Shit. That means we're all about to get very, very rich. Especially me. And especially you. Because you guys got silver. If you're watching this channel, then you got to have some silver by now. Okay, he says, okay, yo, I'll accomplish that goal. John, I've never made fun of your picks like you did my race. Ferrari. He didn't like that I made fun of Ferrari. Let's see the rest of his... Actually, I don't want to see the rest of his question. You got to give us super chat, guys. All right, let's read the next one. Yeah, okay. Well, he says, you said in year when it's back to 500, I'll mention that until... So what? Yeah, there's a reason I don't buy Ferrari. Sorry for making fun of it, but I do that for a reason. You got to be... got to let you guys know. That's a fun stock to buy if you like Ferrari. That's it. So... I mean, Ferrari is just a waste of money, you know? And if it goes up to 500, are you going to sell it? I bet you're not. I bet you don't even have a game plan. And you're going to hate on me for hating on Ferrari. And you don't even probably have a game plan. You say, oh, if it goes back to 500. Well, that's a big if. And even if it does, the gains are very minimal. From 370 to 500, that's only making 130 a share. That's not a high percentage rate. So I reiterate one more time. You only bought Ferrari because you like the car. Doesn't mean the car is different than the stock. Yeah, they make a good car. But it's way overpriced. It's way too expensive to fix. And hardly anyone can afford them. Okay? Even their car has a lot of downfalls. Really, Ferrari is like the worst car to buy. It's expensive. It's going to break. An oil change is going to cost you like 20 grand. I hope I got through to this guy, but I doubt it. Now he's going to live his whole life hoping that Ferrari goes back up so we can come back on here and say, see, I told you it was going to go back up. And if it does, I'll be like, see, I told you silver was going to go back up. Apparently, the most likely time is in March. Yeah, so next month, something could happen, and there could be a failure to deliver silver. But either way, guys, I'm bullish on silver. So if this comes true, if what my music says actually comes true, I'm going to make some money because I got a lot of physical. So I'm set for when this big event does happen. I'm ready. And that's the position that I want all you guys to be in too. You got to be ready for when the economy collapses. You got to be ready for disaster. You got to be ready for the worst case scenario. All right. So you got to have gold, guns, silver, and food. I think my toaster has silver on it. It might have a little bit of silver inside your toaster. Very boogie. Peasants don't talk to me unless you toss $3 my way. That's how I feel sometimes. Ferrari is a bad because you can paint or modify the car or sell a new one with a couple years. It's supposed to be your car, but it is not. What? You can paint or modify the car. I think you meant you can't paint or modify it. Yeah. If you modify a Ferrari or try to paint it, the warranty is going to be completely void and you're never going to be able to sell it. You want that shit to be all original. If you're talking about, but you're going to lose money anyways, you know. You're going to lose money. But yeah, if you have a Ferrari, you want all original. The outcome is silver. Yes. Why is Petro Brazil so good? Well, you know, I'm not trying to frickin' talk up Petro Brazil because honestly, the company doesn't even pay me. So I don't even really want to talk about it anymore unless they start to pay me. So let's move on. I'm kidding. Petro Brazil is good because the dividend is extremely high. And it's got dividend growth potential, which is incredibly high. Could you imagine the dividends once that stock hits 100 a share? Probably going to be about $2, $3, $4 every 4 months per share. Literally meaning that when the price of Petro Brazil goes up, the dividends from 1 year will pay for that purchase of the stock, for your original purchase. So that means all the Petro Brazil you buy right now for free. Okay? I know it's hard to comprehend because you have to put yourself into a time in the future when things are different and wars happening and gas is going up. But I'm telling you guys, every share you buy of Petro Brazil, you're going to get it for free because these dividends are going to pay. They're going to pay you back, and stock price appreciation too. Freaking, that's my #1 millionaire stock right now is PBR. Yeah, you can't modify it at all. Sell some crypto to fix your thinning hair. Well, no, I don't want to sell any of my crypto. No. Nope, not selling any crypto, bro. Selling crypto is for the birds. But yeah, guys, thanks for liking the video. I really appreciate that. We got 30 likes. So that made my day. Definitely made my day. Thanks, guys. What crypto am I buying right now? Thanks for the good question. Right now, I'm just buying ICP and Ronin. Yeah. I just picked up a little bit of Ronin, RONIN. It's going for about 8 cents. Show you, okay? Ronin. This is like one of my favorites because it has to do with gaming. Where is this stupid thing? CoinGecko, CoinDesk, Binance. Where is this crap? But honestly, I'm trying to buy a wide variety of many different cryptos, but I just put in like $100 on this one. So Ronin is called. As you can see, it fluctuates. And right now we're way down. I think we're going to go back up to here. So right now we're at 9 cents. I think we're going up to $4. And it could go quick too. So what is 9 cents to $4? That's it's like 40x, you know, 40. The big 40. That's enough money to, you know, if you put $1,000 in there, then you can make approximately 40,000 if we get but we got to have a bull market. If we don't get a Bitcoin bull market, meaning we need Bitcoin to go over 126,000. And if that happens, then we're looking at a potential 40x return on Ronin. And guess what? What's the return on Bitcoin? If Bitcoin, it's only going to be 100%. Okay? If Bitcoin goes back up to a new record at 126 and above, from right now, Bitcoin is at what, 70 or something? I don't even know. 68, yeah, 70. So you're not even making 100%. but yet you're making 40x on a meme. See, that's the potential that meme coins have. Meme coins have way more potential than Bitcoin. That's why I don't even look at Bitcoin. I don't even care about it. It doesn't even matter. Yeah. No, it's 9 cents to $4. That's 40x. 4,400x. Well, okay. I think it's a 4. Well, yeah. But yeah, that's just one. That's just one crypto that I have. All right. You don't look at Bitcoin. You don't look at a mirror either, you goofy looking bastard. Well, I don't really even look at Bitcoin because it is the one that's overpriced. Bitcoin is way too overhyped, overpumped up. So there's no reason to be investing in Bitcoin. It's all about the meme coins. And that's what I said before, and I was right. If I was right before, am I going to be right again? Yeah. That's how I made so much money on crypto, is because I was getting in on the meme coins. And everyone thinks that if you're going to be serious, you got to buy Bitcoin. So, well, Bitcoin is the only legit. No, Bitcoin is the least legit. They're just trying to make it look legit by putting it on the news and stuff like that. Whenever they put something on the news, you see, oh, yes, oh, it must be good, yeah. That's called a mass deception, which a lot of you guys know nothing about. You're just acting like sheep. You guys got to realize, are you the sheep or are you the wolf? And if you're a sheep, you have to learn how to become the wolf. Okay? I actually think we should end it right on that line. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I do want to pray for those that do like the stream, and especially my music. Thank you so much for being here and policing the stream from a lot of these haters. And I'm going to keep trying to do my best, dude, okay? So please, my music and the rest of you guys, please stick with me. And we're going to make major changes, major transformations. And we're going to help a lot of people get into silver and gold, okay? I'm doing my part, guys. I'm doing the best I can do. You know I am, because I just talked to you guys for 2 hours to try to get you guys into investing. So you know I'm doing the best I can do. I am. Okay? Thanks, guys. Remember, buy your gold, buy your silver. Physical is key. The physical silver is key. All right? Not even these ETFs. It's all about the physical. I buy my silver from Provident Metals. Okay?